My younger self, what's your story?
To my younger self, what's your
To
story?
my younger self.
To 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 my younger self. To my younger self.
To my younger self, what's your story? To my younger self, what's your story?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. It is November 28th, 2023. My goodness, look how far we've come. It is incredible to be here. Of course, my name is Zoe Baraka. The show is To My Younger Self. This is the platform where we tell stories from the past that will propel us into the future. Of course, we're telling stories from all across Africa. How are you doing today? Guys, today you have me. Just me. I know. You're like, where are the storytellers? Where are double check that? And I believe we're good now. Yes, we are. Alrighty, the name is Zoe Baraka. The show, of course, is To My Younger Self. I know many of you, especially on this side of the world, are commuting to work, and so it's a little complicated for you to jump on. And then a lot of you are also already at work in Africa. But listen, please share. Tell your friends that the show with the most storytelling is on, and you want to come on and join us. This week, however, we have what we are calling Thanksgiving 2023, and it's just me coming on here to say thank you to all of you for hanging out with us for all year round, from January all the way till December, and to also say goodbye to you for this season, and that we will come back with a bang and even more stories in January 2024, God giving us life. It is surreal that I am already even saying 2024, but this is us saying good morning to you, and also to say thank you. Let's see. My author sister and friend Abaketo Anda from Florida. It is wonderful to see you. How are you doing? Again, share. Please share the link. Share it on Facebook, on YouTube. I believe we're on, and also on LinkedIn this morning. We're on. I don't believe we're on Twitter this morning because Twitter was doing something. I don't know what, but Twitter was doing something. But anyway, share, and just come on in, okay? What am I going to do with you all today? Today, I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to be a talking head, and I'm just going to be talking a lot. But don't worry, you're going to have fun with me. I don't have stories to share, but I have something else to share with you. But before we do all of that, let me greet you wherever you are in Africa. I want to say good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you. And so, of course, Barakadazwa to you, Sanukadazwa Yayade Kakwana Lafia. It is very, very good to see you. Thank you so much for just hanging out with us. I just greeted you in Hausa. Yakenken, Tuma Fuduwela. I hope you slept well. I hope you woke up well. You dreamt well. I just greeted you in Kusal also. Of course, Ansuma to you if you speak Dagbani or Wale. For those of you in the northern region of Ghana, I greet you. Ndinao to you if you speak Eve, Wezo, Leke, Afua. It is wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us. Come on in. And to saying Akwaba Onto Denya Mawachi. It is wonderful to see you. So bonani to you, of course, if you speak Zulu. And I just greeted you in Ashanti or the Akan language, and in different variations of that. And so those are the Akans of Ghana, right? Salbonani to you if you speak Zulu, Ibella to you, Ibiokibari to you. If you speak Mosi, Te Oyo Tang, it is wonderful to see you. Ojeko to you if you speak Gan, Lalle to you if you speak Chadian Arabic, wonderful to see you. All of our Chadian friends from the bottom of Africa, as we always say, Salam alaikum to you if you speak Arabic, of course. Ekaro to you and Ekabo, Nagadef to you if you speak Wolof, to all of our Senegalese friends and those that just speak Wolof generally. How are you doing? Karibu to you, Karibu Sana, Kotong to you, Amohelang to you. I am just mixing it up today. And if you find your language, go into the comment section and say hello or what's up to me, right? Kotoli to you if you speak for Foldi, Akei to you if you speak Haiti Creole. It is wonderful to see you. Bomdia to you for those of you that speak Portuguese. I just recently made a good friend who speaks fluent Portuguese. And so what we do is, they would type in their message in Google Translate in Portuguese, and Google will translate it into English, and they would send it to me, and I would do my reply in English in Google Translate, and then Google Translate will put it in Portuguese to this person, and it is so much fun. It is hilarious sometimes when Google does a translation and it's off. It's so weird. Anyway, buongiorno to you, buenos dias, imaraba, welcome, 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 welcome to the show. Again, the show is To My Younger Self, and I'm by my lonesome self today. I know, with no warning, we did not do any advertisement. We didn't tell you we were coming because, we've been doing a couple of replays in the last week or two. So I know a lot of you are like, where are these people? Where are they? Why are they not on live? Anyway, we're back and we are here to just kind of say thank you to all of you. For those of you that stuck with us from January all the way till November, today is the last Tuesday of November, and we thought that it would be prudent to come on here and physically, or rather virtually, but live, to mention your names and to say thank you to you for just being who you are to us on the show, and for being who you are to me personally. A couple of you have reached out and say, hey Zoe, are you okay? We haven't seen you live. What's going on? And for everyone that reached out, I truly appreciate you. This is a sense of community that I have felt, and I am very, very grateful for that. Right, I'm so grateful. Last Thursday, for those of you that live in this part of the world, especially in America and Canada, well, really just America, and I think Canadians are picking up on this slowly too. So not every Canadian is celebrating Thanksgiving on the exact day that Americans are celebrating it, but Americans have this tradition, and I'm sure you know already, where we celebrate Thanksgiving and we sit around the table and we cook a lot of turkey. I think last year we got into the story of the turkey, so we're not going to go into that or why they're using turkey. But so there's a lot of turkey and a lot of food, and people travel all around the country to be with family and to hang out and all that and just kind of chill. But in all of the hustle and bustle, what's happening is that people are gathering around to actually be thankful for what they have. So it is a spirit of thankfulness that sweeps around the country. People are thanking God for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of a job, the gift of a child, the gift of whatever it is we're thankful for. And that's what we do. Sometimes I truly do believe that's why most people think that America is so successful, or, whatever it is in their minds, because a whole nation takes a couple of days. It normally starts on Thursday, but to be honest, most people leave work on Wednesday and they go around to be with family, and it goes on for till about Sunday. So the whole country takes about 3 or so days or 4 days to literally be intentionally thankful to God. And, a couple of them would pray and ask God for even more abundance. When the whole stratosphere is just filled with the spirit of thankfulness, of course, you're going to get more, right? And so that's what has been happening. Anyway, so last Thursday we had Thanksgiving, and I thought, well, we are kind of on a break right now, but we'll come on live for just a few minutes. So I'm not going to keep you long at all. Again, we'll just come on live and just say thank you, but also to say thank you to the giver and maker of all things love and lively and lively, if I'm speaking the right English. God Almighty Himself for just keeping us. It's been a wonderful journey. It's been an incredible journey. Incredible things have happened throughout the year. Incredible storytellers have come throughout the year. And I believe we started the year actually with Abaketo Anda just joining us, and we talked about the power of storytelling and hope and all kinds of things. And then we moved on throughout the year. We had a couple of great authors coming through. I remember Kukwa Morris Ankra. I remember Elizabeth Irene Beatty. I remember Adeline, or I like to call her Auntie Araba, but Adeline Ainunson coming through. There's just so many, Alexandra Kuka, so many authors coming through, and a lot of incredible storytellers from the continent of Africa. We had Nana Sase, and I'm going off of the top of my head, guys. Today, Zoe just decided to wing it. To be honest, really, I just decided to wing it. So yeah, but so you know, we had Nana Sase, Osofo Kofi Chisa came through again this year. Yawin Sako, the Honorable Mr. Bampo came through. There's just so many people came through, right? Just to share stories. And we flooded the stratosphere with storytelling, African storytelling or African personal storytelling. And we wanted to come through today to say thank you. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for believing in us, especially to my younger self. And me personally, thank you for believing in me. You know, very few people, when we reach out to them and say, do you want to be on the show, say no. And for those that even say no, it's not because they say, absolutely not. I am not going on the show. No, it's normally a scheduling conflict, or, you know, they're busy doing something else for the moment. And so they normally would give us the answer, can we do it another time? Which tells you that Africans love storytelling and Africans want to share stories. But most importantly, everybody in Africa likes To My Younger Self. That's my personal That's my personal thought, okay? And everybody wants to share stories. I see you guys coming through. Sadi, it is wonderful to see you. Good morning. How are you? Oh my goodness. Sylvia, how are you? It is wonderful to see you. I've been meaning to call you. Like they say, this Obi Mansour Bravo, it's not exactly very conducive sometimes. And I don't know if you want me to share this online, so I'm not going to share it, but I know that you know why I am saying I've been meaning to call you. I want you to know I cherish you, I love you dearly, and I've been praying for you, but I'll reach out. And you say that you are thankful for good health, life, and grace. Yes, all of us are, but I know for you especially, it's packing a punch today for so many several reasons. And so we're thankful to God with you on that. And for anyone that comes through, I'll take a minute to say thank you to you. So Sylvia, I want to thank you. Sylvia is one of those people, when we reached out to say, hey, do you want to be on the show? Said yes without hesitation and came on and shared an incredible story. This was last year. So Sylvia, we want to thank you. And of course, I see Abba Keto and Abba. For everyone that knows what has been happening since October of this year, Abba is no stranger to My Younger Self. And you've definitely seen the book that Abba and I wrote that's called Letters of Hope to My Younger Self. By the way, I'm trying to kind of hide my nails because they don't look good. For a young lady. So if I'm holding it like a girl, well, one, I'm a girl, but you know, just forgive me. But we wrote a book called Letters of Hope to My Younger Self, where we, you know, again, we just asked a couple of people around Ghana. Zoe can't talk. All around Ghana to write letters of hope to their younger self. The task was very easy. No, not easy. The task was, or the directions were simple. The task itself, I'm sure, was not easy, but the directions were quite simple, which is pick a time in your life you're going through something and write a letter of hope to your younger self. And these guys came through in a big way. And of course, so you do want to get your copy on Book Nook and on Amazon and wherever books are sold. But Abba is that person that has just helped me learn a lot in the last year. Sometimes people come into your life, with a bang. You don't know how they got there, but they got there and they push you to be more, to be better. Abba is one of those. And I'm always saying that I'm a creative. So sometimes I have a lackadaisical outlook to life. I'm just going around la-di-da. One thing Abba has helped me see is that life doesn't happen if you're not planning for life, right? Because she is such a meticulous planner. She's always planning. And it's rubbed off on me a tiny little bit. I wouldn't say much, but I am learning, I promise. But Abba, I wanted to say thank you to you publicly. I know I've said it many times, but you have helped me a lot this year. And I know you would want to ascribe all of that, to God. But I also want to thank you as a person. You have been an incredible person. You continue to be. So thank you for who you are. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for actually handling me, because I know I'm not an easy person to handle, especially when I'm being pushed to do something I am not particularly enjoying. And writing a book is hard. As much as I enjoy it, it is hard. And Abba has been a sustaining force. So thank you, Abba Keto Anda. Let's see who is here. Seti's here. Well, for those of you who've known me for years and years, you would probably say that, well, where there's a Seti, there's a Zoe, and vice versa. Seti and I, we've been friends for close to 20 years now. I know a lot of people in this day and age can't necessarily say that. I know the generation before us can say that. They have friends that have been in their lives for 40 years, for 50 years, and so on and so forth. So I'm very proud to be able to say I have a friend like Seti who also keeps me grounded. Sometimes we would go for weeks without talking, but normally the phone call goes like this: "Yo, what's up?" Oh, chale, nothing, and then before we realize it's 2 hours later and we're still talking. And if you asked us, what have you guys been talking about, you would have a long list of topics and you would go, why are you guys talking about all this stuff? But I think everybody needs a Seti in their life, somebody you can just talk with without fear of judgment, without remorse, and just lay out your feelings and your thoughts. Sometimes it's angry conversation, not like at each other, but all the questions we have about life, all these confusing things we're going through as young women, and just life. Sometimes it's intellectual, sometimes it is clearly just hilarious conversation, but we've gone through it all. And so Seti, I want to also publicly say thank you. You've kept me grounded too, and I'm very, very glad that we get to call each other friends. Ooh, Lady Juliet, the lady with the champagne glass, and she says, hello Zoe Baraka and team, missing you guys. It's been, girl, we have missed you so much, but you've been traveling. See, I live vicariously through this young lady, this pretty, beautiful, incredibly, what's the word? I don't want to use polyglot because I don't know if she speaks all these languages or the places that she goes to, but she's well-traveled. Let's put it that way. She's well-traveled. And I haven't met Juliet in person yet. I hope to do so very, very soon. But she's one of those that you look at online and you go, that's goals. That's goals right there. Her perspective is easy. Her perspective is sharp. Her perspective is always on a different level. But she never gives you a perspective without holding a champagne a glass in her hand, not empty, but with champagne in it. And I absolutely love that. Or bubbles, really, as she likes to call it, bubbles. I absolutely just enjoy watching Juliet enjoy her life. It is definitely goals. I love her and her husband, the incredible Stan T, who has also been a guest on the show, I believe last year or maybe a year and a half ago. Please correct me if I am wrong. But he came on and shared incredible stories about his journey through life. And of course, you know, you get to kind of know a little bit about them. They are definitely couple goals, right? Definitely couple goals. They are beautiful together. They live life so fully and vicariously, and they go all out for life. They love life, and they have two incredibly amazing, growing gentlemen as sons, and I just love to see it. So, Lady Juliet, thank you for making me see that side of your life. It makes me have hope for life, that life can be enjoyable. But again, you have to plan for it. Because in all of that, what I do see you do is you also post about your work and about how you're doing this at work and that at work. But you make time for your friends also, and you make time to enjoy life. I believe it doesn't happen by chance. You're actually planning for these things. So I get to learn a lot from you, Lady Juliet. And I like to call her Lady Juliet because in my mind, she is just living a queen life, just like a queen in every possible sense of the word. And so thank you, Lady Juliet, for making me see that. And I know you're saying life is not, letting you be great, but we can pray, and who knows, maybe next year, 2024, by God's grace, your schedule will ease up just a little bit, only on Tuesday mornings or afternoons, where depending on where you are in the world, and you can just join in, and then work will go on, right? And then we'll get to see all the fun things that you are doing. And so for anyone that joins us, I'll continue to tell you how you've impacted me over the years, and then, over this year, and then I'll go ahead and say thank you to you. So please do make sure to make a comment so I see that you're here, and that way I can properly thank you. But moving on, I wanted to say thank you to our team, the To My Younger Self team. We are not they're not visible. They are always in the background, holding us down throughout the year. Of course, Sumaya has been our communications point person throughout the year. And she's been incredible. Life has taken her on a different direction for now. And so she's quite busy, but she still makes time every once in a while to kind of help us out. So Sumaya, we want to say thank you. For our line producers, of course, Elsie Dixon and Yidana. Yidana has been a little MIA, but there's a reason for it. And I'm not sure that I can share the reason now, but one day soon we'll be able to share that reason, and you all would be so excited for him and for us as To My Younger Self team. But Yidana and of course Sedi, who I just mentioned, our line producers, those who do most of the legwork, really, they're the ones that asking guests, do you want to come on this show? They do all of the back and forth with potential guests and all that. And then, look at a calendar and say, what day do you have available? All the nitty gritty hard work, right? And then eventually they do an introduction with me, and then, we come on and we talk. And then suddenly we have a guest on the show. It is hard work, but these line producers for the last 3 years or so have not given up on To My Younger Self. And I want to take time to say thank you to all three of you. Indeed, even though we have the 3 line producers, we also have what we call visiting producers, because sometimes you're just there and then somebody out of the blue will reach out to you and say, Zoe, or, one of the producers say, I was just thinking about that person and that person and that person as a guest for your show. And so for all of you who have been guest producing for us, the one that's very prevalent in my mind at the moment is Honorable Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, who has been a guest producer for at least 3 shows. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being who you are. And for just helping us every single time, just helping us. Thank you. And I think the other person that's very, very near to my mind, because she literally just did another one, is Ohene Yuri Gifty Auntie, a mentor and a friend and a mother, but also an auntie. She's kind of a little bit of both, mixed in there with me. I know you're traveling today, so you can't be here, Auntie G, but I wanted to take time to say thank you for being who you are. Every time I reach out to you without hesitation, but not only that, she also reaches out to me and she says, Zoe, my dear, I have this and that for you. Do you want it? You don't easily get that from people. You know what I mean? Especially when you're kind of operating in the same space. But this woman does not care because she wants to see others succeed, especially women. So I wanted to say thank you to Ohene Yuri Gifty Auntie. Thank you so much. Who else is here today? Auntie Doris. Oh my God, she has been. Auntie Doris, how are you doing? It's been a while. What can I say about Auntie Doris? First, thank you. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you so much for being a consistent supporter of To My Younger Self. Thank you for that. Thank you for being a consistent commenter on To My Younger Self. You're always here Tuesday mornings, and for the few times you've missed it, you are literally, just you, you can see it. She would text me or call me and say, Zoe, forgive me, or this happened and, that happened. I couldn't be on today, but I'll catch up. And she actually does catch up because you'll see her comments coming through. I want to thank you for that, for just showing up all the time and for encouraging. But what I love most about Auntie Doris is she doesn't just keep the show on the internet. She likes to take it to the backstage also. When a storyteller has impacted her so much, she makes an effort to get to know the storyteller for herself. It is so incredible. I love seeing that, and keep doing that. Please don't stop. She not only just reaches out to, the guest storyteller sometimes on her own, but she tries to impact them. When that storyteller says, well, I have this project that I'm doing and, so and so and so. And I can't say for sure because I don't know if she sent in any form of donations, but I know one thing is for sure. Auntie Doris encourages these people and she talks to them and she adopts some of them. She has a few sons and daughters from the To My Younger Self train. I want to say to you, thank you. You have helped me also see that this human relationship doesn't just happen. It takes planning. It takes a lot of afterthought and forethought. It takes a lot of work, and you're willing to do it. She goes in feet first. The other thing Auntie Doris has done for me is her consistent prayers. Consistent prayers. I know you pray for me. I know that. I absolutely know that. And I want to say thank you for that. But not only that, I enjoy getting those voice notes from you. She has the most, I think in this world, there's two people that I enjoy seeing or hearing voice notes from the most. I enjoy hearing from all of you, but these two, Auntie Doris and Elizabeth Irene Beatty, they are the queen of, or the queens of voice noting, especially WhatsApp voice noting. My goodness. They have a way of making you listen with attention. But Auntie Doris does hers in the most unique, most beautiful way. She starts off everything by going, Mido. For those of you who don't know what Mido is, it's my love in tree, right? And then she kind of she gives you the most incredible feeling like you are the most important thing in her life in that moment. But the other thing I like about Auntie Doris is she is not overbearing. She creates boundaries for herself and for you. So she would say, if it's possible, but only if it is possible. I absolutely love that about it. There's such a grace about Auntie Doris. And I wanted to say, I love you dearly. Thank you for being an ardent supporter of To My Younger Self. I can attest that she hasn't only just kind of spoken to me in the background and stuff like that. She's also donated to My Younger Self on several courses, right? So I wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for supporting our causes, all the causes that we pick up during the year. Thank you. Who else is here? Esinam. Oh my goodness. Esinam, how are you? It's incredible to see you today. Where did I sleep? S&M is what I term our replay queen. But it's only because, you know, sometimes she's working, like I said earlier, most people are working around this time or trying to get to their jobs. And so it's hard. Tuesday mornings are hard. And who knows, maybe next year we might change our dates to a weekend time. We don't know yet, but you never know. Anyway, Tilly, what can I say about you? I can say one thing. Zoe, me, I am very, very, very lucky. I'm one of the most favored people on earth because I have a lot of people who take time to pray for me, but also they take time to reach out to me and encourage me with their words. Tilly has been a constant name in my life. Let me put it that way. We don't talk often. Sometimes we go months and months without talking. But you know, one of those things where, you know, there are people in your life, you know, they're there, right? They're there. And if you picked up the phone and called them right now, even if they don't pick up, they'll call you back. They'll send you a message and say, I'll call you back or something. And they do call you back. And when you start having a conversation, no matter how you're feeling low, it immediately raises you up, right? Tilly is one of those people. I call her my Osofumami because she is a prayer wreck. That's the word I'm going to choose, wreck, because she wreaks havoc in the kingdom of Satan. Let's leave it there. Because if I start, I'm going to start preaching and you're going to go, I thought it was a storytelling show, but most importantly, I thought you were trying to just say thank you to people. What are you doing? But Tilly is one of those. She always, Tilly, can I officially, you have to come onto My Younger Self. She has the most God glorifying stories. You know how when people pray and they say, God, make a name for yourself in my life? Or they say, God, let your kingdom come through my life. In my mind's eye, Tilly is one of those people, or S&M is one of those people. We go way back, so I know a lot about her story. We went to NAFTI together. We trained as filmmakers, right? One, she's a hilarious writer. Tilly, you write and I am on the floor. I just want to laugh the whole time. She is a comedic writer. But also, I've seen Tilly overcome the most challenging things in life with grace, with sass and pizzazz, but most importantly, on her knees, praying through some things that would. When I hear some of Tilly's stories, my toes curl with fear. I put my fingers in my teeth and I want to bite down on it because I'm like, no, God, please, no. But this woman is a force to reckon with. She has spoken a lot of positive things into my life personally, and I hold them very, very dearly. I absolutely cherish this friendship we have. It is a friendship that has solid foundation. You're always encouraging me whenever we get the chance to talk. And then we never get off the phone without Tilly praying for me. Even when she says, I'll call you back, she would call me back eventually and there will be a prayer. And so I want to thank you. But most importantly, I believe Tilly is also one of the very first people who, when we first started To My Younger Self, reached out to me and said to me, Zoe, what you're doing is a ministry. Do you know that? I'd never thought about what we were doing in church terms. Because, you know, when you hear the word ministry, you go, it's for pastors and prophets and singing people, you know, worship leaders and stuff like that. They're the ones that have ministries. And I believe Tilly is one of the first people that said to me, no, you can have ministry in the marketplace, and you have a ministry in the marketplace, and it stuck with me. So thank you for not holding back on your words, and thank you for pouring into me all the time. I truly appreciate you, my dear Osafumami. Who else is here? Auntie Antoinette, hi from the Windy City. What can I say about Auntie Antoinette? I haven't met you yet. We've had very few interactions, but mostly online. We try to keep, our interactions on here very authentic. So I'll say this: I am looking forward to meeting you one day. I'm looking forward to saying thank you for being a supporter to my younger self and for pouring into my life in one way or another. Just showing up onto my younger self, commenting, encouraging us has been very, very helpful. And then I find out that you are also connected to a very, very dear, dear woman to me, Auntie Comfort. So I really appreciate you, Auntie Antoinette. And I know I have very little to say about you right now, but I am looking forward to having such a, what's the word I am looking for, the string of words I am looking for. I am looking forward to getting to know you better, because everybody that knows you tells me that you are an absolutely wonderful person. Auntie Comfort has, in fact, told me that you have been a prayer warrior in her corner. You've helped her tremendously, and you're part of the fabric of her story. And so I know you're a good person, and I know you like to see people succeed, especially people succeed in what God has called them to do. So I look forward to tapping into that. So thank you. And I truly, truly appreciate who you are in my life. Let's see who is here. Auntie Doris, don't blush. We can't see it. People who look like us, we don't blush. We can't blush pink. We can't blush pink. We really can't. Let's see who. Tilly says, Chai, are you talking about who? And she says, my kids say, Mommy, you're a celebrity. You're on the show. Yes, guys, your mom is a celebrity. Now, I don't know if you guys, Tilly's kids, know that your mother is also a hilarious celebrity. She can make you laugh so hard until the water comes out of your nose and you're like, trying to hold your pee because you're laughing so hard. Your mom is a riot. If you want to have fun, hang out with your mom. Believe me. Believe me. Antoinette, absolutely. Let us meet in the Windy City. For those of you who don't know what the Windy City is, it's not code. It's just Chicago. But no, not just. It's Chicago. Let's put it that way. Chicago is the Windy City. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. And yes, let us meet there. Who else is here? Oh, I've just spoken about you a little bit in your capacity as our line producer, Elsie Dixon. Today, I'm just going to go with Elsie Dixon because every time I call you the name that I like to call you, I know you kind of cringe a little bit and go, Zoe. I imagine you doing that, rolling your eyes at me a little bit, going, why? Right? But Elsie Dixon, what can I say about you? One, thank you for being who you are. I'm a filmmaker and a creative. I blow things out of proportion all the time. I mean, all the time, okay? If somebody looked at me with a side eye, I would concoct the most fantastic story out of that. The person that helps me see that all the crazy things in my mind are exactly that crazy is Elsie Dixon. Incredibly busy. She's an anchor to a lot of people. Elsie is the octopus. She has her hands in so many things, several things, and in the lives of different people. I dare say thousands of people. I don't think there is any circle of people that I would go into and mention and say, "Do you know Elsie Dixon?" that I wouldn't find one person that would say, "I know her." That's how influential this woman is. But she finds time for my shenanigans. Elsie is the person that gets to see most of the true me. Most of the true me. Let me put it that way. Elsie has seen me cry like a child, or at least heard me cry like a child. I love Elsie because when I tell her some of the things I'm going through, she doesn't go, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" No, Elsie takes a deep breath and she goes, "Okay." And then suddenly you see her mind turning. You literally feel it. It's turning. And before you get off the phone, there are solutions, right? They range from, "The guest is not responding to me. Oh my God, what are we going to do? It's Monday night and Tuesday. What are we going to do?" And suddenly there's the brightest idea. It just flows. And by the time we're off the phone, everything is fixed. Jesus is everybody's chief confessor. We all know that. But Elsie, to me, especially as a first child, I never really got to invest or be a baby for the most part. I think I get to be a child around Elsie. I get to be a baby around Elsie. I get to say the silliest non-fat things. For those of you who are not Ghanaian, non-fat means it doesn't gel. Like it's got no fats. I get to just say some things. The one thing I love about Elsie is, Elsie, you don't let me wallow. Elsie does not let you wallow. She'll grieve with me. She'll acknowledge that what I'm going through or what I'm saying may have some validity to it. But Elsie would always leave me with the most incredible perspective. I think everyone in our circle just calls her the perspective lady. She has the most incredible perspectives. Just last week, or maybe a week and a half ago, Big Sis, can you remind me? I was on the phone with her and I was saying some things, and the twist she put on that thing that I told her is still ringing true in my mind, right? Admittedly, I used to disturb her way more than I do now, because here's the thing. A mentor, a good mentor, right, hopes that you learn from them and move on. But a great mentor actually knows that you'll learn from them and you'll move on. Elsie is a great mentor. She is not crowdy. She is not overbearing. She's not in your brain. But all of the foolhardy ideas I have had, all of the crazy things I have had, Elsie has been there with me, which is a testament to God. When you have a vision and you say, "God, please bring me people who can help me birth it," He actually does provide. Elsie and I have a hilarious story of how we met. We met because we thought we were on a platform to do one thing, but apparently God had other things planned for us. And so Elsie, my big sister, my chief confidant, rather, I'd call you my chief confidant in most things, not all, because come on, you know, there can't be one person that you say, "This person has all of my secrets," but she's definitely a chief confidant. I want to to say thank you. And no, I am not moving on to someone else, because I am one of those people who have learned the art of honor. And I like to honor people and give them their flowers whilst they're here with me, whilst I can hug them and love them. And if I'm ever going to do that with anyone, it has to be, you have to be one of those people. So I'm not moving on just yet. Elsie, thank you. Thank you for having your hand and your tentacles and your brains, your mind, your smiles in different pots. I'm going to tell you something. When we were thinking of asking some people to host the recently launched book, Letters of Hope to My Younger Self Secret, the first person that came to Abba's mind, and let me tell you, if you have stretch with Abba, you must be, the first person that came, hey, brofo, sorry. Well, it's English, not my mother tongue. But the first person that came into Abba's mind was Elsie. And here's what Abba said. Oh, Abba, today, dear, I am sure I'm eating your tokakra. But Abba said, Elsie has a calm, cool, collected personality. She's such a deep thinker that she will get the job done with confidence and grace. And you know what? I jumped out of my seat and I said, yeah, duh, of course. She's going to be the person that, is part of the team that, moderates for the outdooring of the book. So Elsie, thank you. Thank you for being who you are to me. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your sisterhood. Thank you for accepting my forcibly. I forced her to be my big sister. I don't care. I just took it by force. And she did not withhold it from me. You have not withheld it from me. Thank you. Thank you for speaking to very important people on my behalf. Elsie is definitely an epitome of people who mention your name in interesting rooms, great interesting rooms when you're not there. Thank you. I truly appreciate that I appreciate you for that. And she says, oh, is this what you're up to this morning? This is where exit stage left comes in. Please don't exit. Stay. Yes, our barrel theory. Who knows, next year we might be able to come on and tell you the barrel theory. But my goodness, where did everybody go? Come back in. Don't be embarrassed. I love sharing who you are to me today. Please come back in so we can talk about each other. Listen, if you want to share a funny story about me, go ahead and do that also in the comment section. I don't mind reading some funny stories about me. I hear I'm a kooky person. I wear it gladly and proudly. I like being quirky and kooky. So if you remember a funny story about me, just go ahead and put it in there. But you are right, Auntie Dory. She is a friend in capital letters indeed. Yes, she really, really, really is. Well, I think I answered this already. I am not moving on, but no, now I am moving on. Now I am. And if anybody else comes in, we'll take time to appreciate you. But today was just an appreciation kind of hangout and talking as family and just being with each other and just saying thank you to everybody. But to also give you the information that we are breaking for the rest of the year. We might post some replays throughout December, and we might come in every once in a while for a quick live video or something, because let's face it, we're storytellers, right? We can't completely give it up. No matter what, we just like to come on and share stories. So we might do that here and there, but the official To My Younger Self house style that we have, we're not going to be having that for the next 4 weeks. Boy, that is pulling at my heart so badly, because I live for Tuesday mornings. I truly, honestly do. I love doing this so much. Tuesday mornings are my happiest mornings on this planet. So this is hard. This is very, very hard. But we're breaking because it's been a busy year, very, very busy, incredibly busy. And we're taking a page from Jesus's book where he learned how to rest. Zoe, me, I don't know how to rest. I want to be constantly moving. Unfortunately, I am not built like a machine, and even machines do break down. Robots break down if you overuse them. And I think for the last 3 years, we have hardly ever taken a day off, or a week off, really. So we're intentionally showing you what it means to rest, so you can rest when you need it. So I'm gonna be taking some time off to rest, to be by myself for a little bit and do some things. There's a lot of heavy lifting happening in the background, huge, heavy lifting that I can't share yet, but I can share in a few weeks. You'll see it. But we're taking some time off. We're going to be hanging out with ourselves, i.e., me with me. I've had a lot of interpersonal communications a lot this year, but not so much intrapersonal communications with myself. So I'm going to be needing that, or else then it just leads to burnout. And I feel myself getting there, right? But also, there's some things happening in the background that we need some time for. And we'll be making a few announcements here and there sooner rather than later. So you'll get to know what's happening. So we're asking you, or I personally am asking you, to keep me in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers. One lady reached out to me maybe 4 weeks ago and said, it was during conversation, but she made a statement. She said, Zoe, sometimes when I see you online, I see sadness in your eyes. I didn't know what that meant. I thought I had laughing eyes. So anyway, I took her comment quite seriously, not in a bad way. I actually weighed it and considered it. And I went back to look at some of the videos, and I said, and I don't like looking at the videos when they're done. I really don't. I don't like to hear my voice very much. But I looked at some of the videos, and indeed she was right. I said, what is going on with your eyes, Zoe? It could have been an impression that was planted there, but it was still there, at least to me. So no, I am not sad, guys. But what's happening, though, is life is happening, and it's happening quick, and it's happening fast, and sometimes it's happening with a heavy hand. And I'm going through one of those right now. It's a very, very tricky season that I find myself in. I am a forward storyteller, so I don't like to hide things, but I also believe in diplomacy and waiting for some things before you say some things, all right? Or else the whole world will be chaos if you said the first thing that came into your mind, right? So yes, I am going through some things. They're hard, or some people may even consider it as, my goodness, how are you still alive? And how are you still walking and even mustering the courage to smile some days? They are hard, confusing, incredibly challenging things. But I'm going through it. That's the most important thing. The second thing is I'm showing up for life. Sometimes not at 100%, but I have made a pact with myself, with God, and with life itself that I will keep showing up no matter what. So I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. But I do ask you and indulge you to permit me the next couple of weeks, at least the entirety of December, to soak in some of these things that I'm going through, right? Someone once told me that good storytellers need content. And to be a good storyteller, your content must be up the wazoo. So, in some ways, I am grateful that I even get to go through some of these things I am going through, because what I see at the end of the tunnel is incredibly fantastic stories to share with you guys. So, that makes my heart very, very happy. I didn't think I could pull off talking to you guys for more than 30 minutes, but I have. So I am very grateful for that too. I'm going to wind down now. And anybody else who comes on and kind of watches the show later, I want to take time to say I appreciate you too. What I will do is to acknowledge our monthly donors. These guys have been with us throughout the month, the year, donating to us and encouraging us with their words. Today, for some reason, I totally forgot to put the ticker at the bottom. It's okay, it's no big deal. But Mr. EKD, Emmanuel Deku, I want to say thank you. You've been a force to reckon with in my life financially. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for believing in the vision of To My Younger Self. Mr. EKD calls me Queen Bee, and I always go, oh, the beehive is coming for me. Please don't call me Queen Bee, because we don't want Beyonce's, oh, don't use that word, Zoe. Okay, we don't want Beyonce's fans. Let's put it that way, to come after you. But thank you, Mr. EKD, for being who you are to me. For those of you who don't know who Mr. EKD is, I'm going to put the ticker now. He's of Opulence Group Real Estate and is licensed and based in North Carolina, but he works with outfits and buyers worldwide. So please call that number if you're looking for some real estate needs. Okay. Thank you for being who you are. Of course, I wanted to say thank you to Auntie Araba. I know I've mentioned you already today, but thank you. I also wanted to say thank you to Auntie Jane Fiorito, coming to us from New York, Rose Machayo, Auntie B of Exceptional Care, Auntie Doris, just a lot of you who have helped us along the way. I want to say thank you for being who you are to us. With that being said, next year, we will be outdooring this book in the physical, right, in Ghana. So please, please, please put your ear to the ground. But before you do all of that, we want you to go on Amazon, buy the book. It's a great Christmas gift. Believe me, it's not because I wrote part of it or, I've been a part of the process, but it's really a great read. It's helped me a lot in this season that I'm going through. Really, it has. So please get the book. But also, it's a legacy building thing in Africa. We're trying to get young adults to understand that life will happen to you. It is what you choose to do with what is happening to you that will separate you and put you on a different level. Okay, there's so much going on politically, so much going on economically, there's so much stress in the world, but there is just even more stress in Africa. And our young adults are fleeing the continent in droves. How do we keep these talents back home? It's by sharing stories of people who have done it before and are continuing to do it. So when you do buy the book as a gift to a young adult, you're doing something incredibly important for Africa. But not only that, you're also helping us as authors so we can do more. So please leave a review for us, okay? Please leave a review, especially on Amazon, so that we can hit certain markers. What else do I have to say? I want to say thank you again. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being an ardent listener. And thank you for being an ardent watcher. If you're going to be watching us later, I appreciate you too. Put your name in the comment and I might just roll by and type in who you are to me to thank you properly, right? So please, please, please do that. Please do that. We'll see you next year in January 2024. God willing, fingers crossed. We'll see you all refreshed, all perked up, and ready to go. Okay, with a string of storytellers coming your way, because we're going back to the drawing table. But we'll see you. We'll see you. And who knows, on other platforms too. So keep your fingers crossed. Okay. We'll see you next year in January. You know, suddenly I'm regretting that I don't have any kind of Christmas song to play. I wish I thought about that, to just have a, some funny, the least must be done. Why were we always saying that? I don't know. I really don't know. Was that the only one who was doing that? I don't know. This is so funny. This is so funny. Oh, Doc, my goodness. Why did you come to me at this point? I have to talk about Dr. Vivian. Dr. Vivian. Okay, give me a few more minutes then, guys, so I can talk about these two people that have just... no, I'm not singing it for you because I still don't know the words. Is it Feliz Navidad? Okay, I think it's Feliz Navidad, but I used to sing "The least must be done," and I'll be bobbing my head. Jesus Christ. But Dr. Vivian, what an incredible person you are to me. Doc is the person who prays and laughs at the same time. I call her my rich auntie, because sometimes when you're talking to her, it's not because she's saying, yeah, I have it all together, but she says, but you, Zoe, you have rich aunties though. It's a joke, but it is one of the most uplifting jokes. It makes you know that you have good people in your corner. And I got to meet Doc for the first time in person this year. I'm just so lucky, I'm telling you. And Doc drove and came to where I was in Florida, and we just hang out, and it felt like we'd known each other for years. It wasn't new in that way. It was comfortable. It was incredible. And we laughed our heads off. But the thing that Doc does for me is research and information. This woman does not hold back. She's an ardent believer, incredible believer in the fact that when you share information, you set people free. So this woman, if she knows something, if you call Dr. Vivian and you say, Doctor, do you know this, this, this? If she knows it, she does not hold information back. She loves her students and just loves helping young adults. I don't know why she invests time in me, as I'm not a young adult, but she does invest time in me. We laugh, we chat, we talk. But most importantly, when you call her for information, she finds it and she gives it to you. I want to appreciate you for that, Dr. Vivian, because come on, not a lot of people like to share information because they like to have a feeling of superiority, as in like, I'm the only one that knows this, so I'm going to keep it. But Doc, she doesn't do that. She gives the information. So thank you for that. Thank you for supporting our book cause. Thank you for sending me incredible messages on when we message each other. Thank you for praying for me, because I know you also pray for me. I really do know that. So I want to thank you for that. She also has two incredible boys who are in college and are doing very, very well. I believe one is actually beginning to work now, but she is just such an incredible mom. Beautiful woman. Oh my God, Dr. Vivian is so beautiful with that very beautiful smile, highly intelligent. I am lucky, so lucky to call you my friend, but also just so I can call you Doc. And if you are a medical doctor, I would come to you all the time, because your laughter is medicine. Oh my goodness. So thank you. Kofi Champon came to us maybe last year. Kofi, please remind me when we started to interact. And we haven't had many interactions, but this year, Kofi did a very beautiful thing for me. On my birthday, he did the most incredible kind of jazzed up graphic thing with one of my pictures as a birthday gift. Considering that we haven't met each other yet, I like to say yet because I do believe I will get to meet everybody. Considering that we haven't met yet, and that show of generosity and thoughtfulness, I want to say thank you. We've interacted very briefly on Messenger, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe sometimes on Uncle Fisho's show. Actually, maybe not, because one time I thought I was talking to Kofi on MQF, and it turned out it wasn't him; it was another Kofi. Anyway, but Kofi, I want to take time to say thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being generous. Thank you for showing up. Sometimes I know he's probably on a project, he's busy, but he shows up real quick and says good morning, or puts a cute love thing in the comment section, and then he vanishes. But he's there, right? And he's consistent. And I'm so glad that you're in my life and I get to call you friends. These are great, important people in life. And so the fact that they make time to hang out with someone like me, not that I'm not all that, because I think I'm all that in a bag of chips, right? Am I not? I think I am, no. But the fact that they make time, Kofi, the fact that you make time, I really appreciate that. You remember, right? Yeah, it was so weird. Who knows who that person was? And I nearly gave out some information because I was thinking, oh yeah, it's Kofi Champon. Thank God I didn't do that. That would have been so bad. And Dr. Vivian, no, it is me. I am the honored one because again, there are some people who can easily go on in life without you in their lives. They really can. So the fact that you even take time to want me in your life is a very big blessing. So thank you. All right. I have talked too much. And it's probably because I am dreading hitting the end stream button, because the moment I do, then it means I won't see you guys for 4 weeks. And I'm just really, 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 I'm so upset about that. But sometimes we have to do some things, right? Elizabeth Irene in this book said something very important. She said that hustle will beat talent all the time if the talent is not hustling, right? Hustle will beat talent if the talent is not hustling. I want to leave you with that, especially for young adults in Africa and just anywhere in the world. We know, and I know you're creative, and I know you're doing incredible, and that God gave you a lot of gifts. But please, let's stay consistent with what we got, okay? Let's stay consistent with what we got. All right, I feel like I'm leaving somebody out or something out, but if I am sorry, okay? We have to go. So I'm going to say thank you to you. Again, so if you didn't hear your name, I thank you. Oh, I know. Emmanuel Sorogo, our executive producer, thank you. I know you don't want me to talk too much, so I'll just say thank you and leave it there. And of course, to my sisters, Sumaya and Ralia, I want to say thank you for being who you are in my life. And my brother William, thank you for being who you are in my life, and for just everyone who's been in my life. All right, Zoe, stop talking. You have to cut the cord. All right, I'm gonna do that now. All righty. All right, guys. I love you. I really do. I really, 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 really do. These nails are horrible. Okay. Stop. I will see you guys in January 2024. Hopefully way more put together than this. I don't know. All right. Zoe is out. Or is it Zoe is outie? I'm not sure. Zoe is out. Zoe is outie. I'm not sure. Yes, we'll talk soon, Dr. Vivian. All right, guys. Much love. Have a wonderful Christmas. Spend time with your family. Thoroughly enjoy them. For those of you who are close to your family and can document and can archive and can video, please video, especially the interactions you're having with the older elderly people in your life. Video their stories, video your conversations with them, archive them, document them. In fact, send them to me. I want to hear those stories. Okay. All right. Enjoy your Christmas. Have a wonderful rest of 2023, and we'll see you in 2024. Okay. Mwah. Much love. Bye, guys.
So Timbuktu, Ghana, Mali, Sumanguru, you know what you're shown. Where what you're shown. So Timbuktu, Ghana, Mali, Sumanguru, you know what you're shown. Manchester, you know Sumanguru, you know what you're shown.